Most Americans don't realize how much electricity they waste every single day just trying to keep their homes comfortable. During the summer, air conditioners run non-stop for hours at a time. In winter, entire houses are heated even when people are only sitting in one room. Dryers run constantly. Dehumidifiers stay plugged in all day. And every single month, the electric bill gets higher. But across Asia, millions of families spent generations solving these exact same problems very differently. Instead of relying entirely on expensive appliances, improve airflow, and reduce energy use naturally. Some of these products are hundreds of years old. Others look surprisingly modern. And the strange part is that many Americans have never even heard of them. Today, we're looking at 10 real Asian household products that can actually help reduce electricity usage and why older generations often understood efficiency better than modern homes do today. 1. Japanese thermal blackout curtains. Most Americans think curtains are just decoration. In Japan, curtains are often treated almost like insulation for the home. Many of them are built with thick thermal layers designed to block sunlight, trap indoor air, and reduce heat transfer through windows. This matters because windows are one of the biggest sources of heat entering a house during the summer. Sunlight passes through the glass, heats the room, and forces the air conditioner to work harder for the rest of the day. Japanese thermal curtains are specifically designed to reduce this effect. Some are reflective. Others use dense, insulating fabric. Many apartments in Japan rely heavily on them because homes are often smaller and energy efficiency matters much more. And once you actually use them, the difference is surprisingly noticeable. Rooms stay darker, cooler, and easier to maintain without constantly lowering the thermostat. 2. The Japanese KOTATSU table. The second product looks strange to most Americans the first time they see it. It's called a kotatsu. A kotatsu is basically a low wooden table with a heater underneath it and a heavy blanket covering the sides. Families sit around the table with their legs underneath the blanket while the heat stays trapped inside. At first glance, it looks almost ridiculous. But the logic behind it is incredibly smart. Instead of heating an entire house during winter, the kotatsu heats only the space people are actually using. And this is one of the biggest differences between traditional Asian efficiency and modern American energy use. Older generations often focused on heating people, not empty space. A kotatsu allows families to stay warm using a tiny fraction of the electricity required for central heating. In Japan, where electricity costs can be very high and homes are often smaller, this became an extremely practical winter solution. 3. Bamboo sunshades. The third product is something common across China, Japan, and Southeast Asia, although Americans rarely think about it anymore. Bamboo sunshades. These are simple exterior shades designed to block sunlight before it reaches the windows. And surprisingly, this works far better than trying to cool a room after sunlight has already entered. Many traditional Asian homes used bamboo blinds, reed screens, or exterior hanging shades during hot months. You still see them today outside apartments, balconies, and small homes throughout Asia. And the reason is simple. Direct sunlight creates enormous indoor heat. Once sunlight passes through glass, rooms heat up very quickly. Exterior shades reduce that heat naturally before the room overheats in the first place. Modern Americans often solve this problem by blasting air conditioning harder. Older generations solved it by stopping the heat before it entered the house. 4. Korean heated floor mats. The fourth product is extremely common in Korea during winter: heated floor mats. Korean homes traditionally used a heating system called ondol, where heat traveled underneath the floor itself. Modern Korean heating mats are basically a smaller version of this idea. Instead of heating the entire house, people place heated mats exactly where they sit or sleep. And again, the logic is incredibly practical. Most people only use a small part of their house at one time. Yet central heating systems warm every room equally, whether someone is there or not. Heated mats allow people to stay comfortable while using much less energy overall. And once you understand this pattern, you start noticing it everywhere in Asian household design. Older generations constantly focused on targeted comfort instead of massive energy consumption. 5. Vacuum thermos dispensers. The fifth product is one of the simplest on this list, but it quietly saves electricity every single day in millions of homes. Vacuum thermos dispensers. These are extremely common in China and Japan. Instead of repeatedly boiling water throughout the day, families store hot water inside heavily insulated containers that retain heat for many hours. Tea, instant noodles, cooking. Hot water stays available without constantly reheating kettles again and again. It sounds small, but older generations were obsessed with avoiding unnecessary waste. If heat was already created, they wanted to preserve it instead of recreating it repeatedly. Modern homes often waste enormous amounts of energy simply because nobody thinks this way anymore. 6. Reflective window film. The sixth product is becoming more popular in the United States, but it has been common in parts of Asia for years. Reflective window film. Many apartments in Japan, China, and Korea use reflective films designed to reduce solar heat entering the room. Some films also provide insulation during winter. Again, the principle is simple. Reduce heat transfer before the air conditioner needs to fight against it. Many modern homes rely entirely on HVAC systems to correct temperature problems after they already happen. Traditional efficiency focuses on preventing the problem in the first place. And in smaller Asian apartments, where every degree matters, these small changes become extremely valuable. 7. Asian drying rack systems. The seventh product surprises many Americans because it looks so old-fashioned. Drying racks. Across Asia, many families still air dry clothing instead of using electric dryers constantly. Balcony drying systems are everywhere in Japan, Korea, China, and Taiwan. Some apartments even have retractable ceiling racks indoors. And yes, dryers are convenient, but they also use enormous amounts of electricity. Older generations simply used airflow and sunlight instead. And, strangely enough, many clothes actually last longer this way because they experience less heat damage. This is another pattern you see repeatedly in traditional Asian households. Use natural systems first, use electricity second. 8. Asian rice cookers with heat retention. The eighth product is something many Americans already know exists but completely underestimate. Rice cookers with heat retention systems. Modern Asian rice cookers are incredibly efficient because they retain heat for long periods without repeatedly reheating food from scratch. In many households, rice stays warm and ready for hours using very little electricity. Older generations designed meals around efficiency and practicality. Instead of constantly turning appliances on and off, they used systems that preserved heat intelligently. And, once again, you see the same philosophy underneath everything. Don't waste energy recreating what you already have. 9. Compact Asian dehumidifiers. The ninth product is especially important in humid parts of Asia. Compact dehumidifiers. Many Asian homes are built in climates with extremely high humidity. Instead of overcooling entire homes with aggressive air conditioning, people often reduce humidity directly. This is important because humidity dramatically affects comfort. A humid room feels hotter even at the same temperature. So, by lowering humidity, families can stay comfortable without lowering the thermostat nearly as much. And older generations understood this intuitively long before modern energy efficiency discussions became popular. 10. Tatami-style floor living. The final product is probably the most old-fashioned on this list. Tatami-style floor living. Traditional Japanese homes often used floor seating, floor bedding, and lower living spaces. Smaller living areas naturally require less heating and cooling. Modern American homes are often enormous compared to traditional Asian homes. More rooms, higher ceilings, more empty space. And all of that space requires energy. Older generations often designed homes around practicality rather than excess. Smaller rooms stayed warmer in winter, and cooler in summer. Families gathered together instead of spreading across giant houses filled with constantly running appliances. And perhaps that is the deeper lesson behind all of these products. None of them are magic. Most are actually very simple, but they were designed by people who understood something modern society often ignores. Comfort and waste are not the same thing. For generations, Asian households focused on efficiency because they had to. Energy was expensive, space was limited, waste mattered. And as electricity prices continue rising today, many of those old ideas suddenly don't look old-fashioned anymore.